Oprah. My name is Dan Quinn. In the future, they're going to call me Maitreya. Let's make that future as short as possible because I'm here to save women from men, to end slavery on earth. That's what finance is, slavery, money. Jesus attacking the moneylender's table, he knew it was no good. I'm here to teach, Oprah, different little tricks, like the fountain of orgasm for women. How about how to get 2 hits out of every one that you're taking from marijuana? Two hits for the price of one, Oprah. Let's start with the fountain of orgasm for women. Massaging the G-spot from both the front, the top, and the bottom at the same time, simultaneously. Clitoral stimulation makes it feel better, but it's not needed. Every time you touch your fingers together and massage the violin, or massage the G-spot in a violin action, it makes her come. 2 fingers in and up, the right hand's fingers in and up the vagina to the bottom of the stomach wall. And now the left hand isn't pinching nipple or grabbing ass, it's pressing down on that stomach wall against those inside fingers, touching, slight pressure, massaging. It'll make her come. It'll make even women that have been raped and can't come to over 100 in an hour easily. I took Chris to over 100. We had to take breaks every 15, 20 minutes to rehydrate. It was her workout. Her pelvis was coming out the bed to attack my face. Anyhow, Oprah, I discovered that stevia splits water into a natural gas whose exhaust can be turned into what acts like the fountain of youth if you remove all of the floating toxic sludge that looks like soap at the end of the blend. Yeah. I'm having trouble getting it famous because I'm poor, and in this country, only money talks. But I want you to do my story. Oprah, everybody in America would already know me if it wasn't for Lou Holtz. Cheating at Notre Dame, game fixing, shaving points, firing me for making the greatest stop in the history of Notre Dame football. See Dan Quinn's Notre Dame play. I'm an outside linebacker, catching a tailback, a black tailback, as if there are any white tailbacks. Well, I guess Ed McCaffrey or Christian McCaffrey would disagree with that. But I caught him diving for a touchdown, saved 6 points, and Lou Holtz fires me, and the commentators don't even mention my name. I quit football on the spot for boxing. Oprah, with my friends in the criminal underworld, I would have had coaches killed, and there's many that deserve it. Jerry Sandusky, not included, although he does deserve death, I believe. Anyhow, Oprah, I'm here to use money to save women from men. Women are enslaved all over this planet due to religious books that portray them as helpers and not equals to men. I'd like somebody that knows Oprah to pay this forward to her. Blend a ½ teaspoon of stevia in a 1/3 blender full of water, Oprah. See water pop, triple in size, turn white. Water vanishes. There is no more water. It's a white bubbly soup. I've had a beautiful PhD in the past tell me, oh, that's a gas. And I'm like, oh, it certainly is. Just like me, I fucked up. I should have played the violin on her. The fountain of orgasm technique, it would have been a lock. She would have fallen in love with me, and the rest would have been history. But I didn't make that happen. I've Made mistakes along the way, Oprah. Everybody does. No one's perfect. I'm trying to get stevia as the cure for the human body famous. If stevia were to replace toxic sugar in the American diet, it would be a health revolution of biblical proportions. If they drank what I call pure H2O, remove all the soap that's hidden in water, it brings cancerous 17-year-old cats to their skeleton thin, sneezing blood bubbles at the vet back into perfect health for an additional 2 years. That led to my uncle losing 6 cancerous breast tumors in 4 months, 74 pounds of flabby fat melted off his body in the same time period, and type 2 diabetes was gone within a week. Extrapolate that over America and then the planet, and it's a health revolution of biblical proportions. So Oprah Winfrey, I'd like you to tell my story. How Dan Quinn should be world famous for playing football. I would have been the only white linebacker in the history of the game that could cover black wide receiver, the only white defensive player in the history of the game that could cover black wide receivers and running backs man for man, and because of my superior sprinting speed, shut them down like Deion Sanders. What's up, Deion? I love your style, boy. We would have been contemporaries. You would have known who I was. Even though we're both on the defensive side of the football, we would have been in all pro games together. You would have known Dan Quinn. Anyhow, Oprah Winfrey, they're going to call me the Miracle Man in the future. I discovered the fountain of orgasm for women, cold fusion, fission, free power, but stevia, water, and blend turns into a natural gas that can power engines. Its exhaust happens to be the fountain of youth if you remove all of the floating toxic sludge. And what we should do is have big blenders in every American city and eventually every city on the planet, making pure H2O for those who live there and getting all the toxins out of their water that's making them sick. So Oprah, my number is 760-809-1744. My name is Dan Quinn. I have Maitreya blasted in ink across my stomach. They will call me Maitreya in the future, and the longer that takes, the more mayhem is going to take place on Earth. Men are fucking out of control. See all the wars, see all the rapes, see all the atrocities going on because there's too many of us. We're populating like lemmings, and it's leading to destruction. So, Oprah Winfrey, I'd like you to do a special on Dan Quinn. Let everybody know who he is. That I'm here to save women from men and to save this planet.